miserable day, so I think it's a really good show that we've got, that so many people have braved the horrible weather and come today for this, and I think it shows the significance of what we're here for. You just have to look at the number on the windows there. 16,213 people in Derbyshire feel very strongly about keeping a county-provided youth service, and that's what we're here to fight for today. Yeah. Those of you... Those of you that have been to any of the consultation meetings or any involvement with this will know what a shambolic process it's been from start to finish. They've not been clear about what they want to do. They've not allowed people to participate, particularly young people. And an example of that is they set up a meeting specifically for young people at the very end of this and then didn't tell anybody about it. And surprise, surprise, there were about 20 people there. That's the level of contempt and disorganisation that there's been around this whole process. So we're here to make those points today in the council meeting. I'll say a bit more a bit later on, and I'll explain the process for those that are coming into the meeting. But I'd like to introduce, first of all, Andy Freeman, who's regional organiser from Unison. Unison have played a very big part in helping us to campaign by supporting the petition, by helping people to get to meetings, by supporting staff who in some cases have been lent on and harassed just for doing the job. So thanks to Unison, and over to Andy.
Thanks, Anne, and as Anne has already mentioned, over 16,000 signatures has brought us to today's rally, and obviously that's going to be taken into the debate today. But my first comment is, will these guys listen in that council chamber? Or will they, because if they don't listen to this level of opposition, then quite frankly, they won't listen to anything. So they'll still have the head in the sand mentality, as their national government still has an head in the sand mentality. Because let's not forget, what's happening in Derbyshire is happening across the UK. And Tories, with their support from their Liberal Democrat friends, are cutting really where it hurts. The vulnerable, the elderly, the disabled and young people. I mean, if you need to know anything about this government and councils in Tory control, all you have to look at is the last budget that George Osborne did. At the end of the day, they did a cut for millionaires while they were hitting pensioners, and that's all you need to know about this coalition government. But even before that, young people were being hit. Education maintenance allowance, that's been hit. Tuition fees trebling. Unemployment figures have been released today. Youth unemployment is still over 1 million. And in Derbyshire and in other councils across the country, public transport increases are making it difficult for young people too. It seems as though the Conservatives are abandoning almost a whole generation of young people. And this is a generation of young people, as we can see from the numbers that we've got on the petition. This is a generation of young people who will not forget what is happening to them. And let's not forget that this is a generation of young people that will be voting in the future. And let's hope they don't. Young people in Derbyshire should be proud of what they've achieved as far as this campaign. Yes, really proud of what they achieved. But let's not be surprised at what is happening and what hopefully won't be happening in that council chamber. But we all know when councillors get the vote, they've got the majority, this is what happens. This is what Tories do. Across the UK, services are being closed down or privatised. And Anne mentioned the consultation. I mean, I had a look at the consultation on the website. The consultation questions itself what is cynical manipulation to get the answers they required to shut young people's services. They were designed to provide the answers that they were looking for. So, at the end of the day, I mean, I've been a councillor before, and I've been in group meetings, and I've been to council meetings where you know decisions have already been made. So, 16,000 petition, if they don't listen in there, as I said, frankly, they won't listen to anything. Unison, of course, has a lot of members involved in the youth service, and we're proud that our members, a lot of our members are here today, and they have engaged where they can in this process. And Anne was right, some people have had pressure put on them not to engage. Political pressure, which they should be ashamed of in that council chamber. But it's not just about the jobs. Of course, we're about terms and conditions and jobs of our members. But our members are concerned directly about the services that are provided by councils and by public services across the country. So it's not just jobs, it's about the services. And you'll know, if you've come across any youth workers, they're the most committed public servants that you can come across. They put the interests of young people first, as they have done in this campaign, and some of them have been criticised for that. Just finally, I'll just mention about trade union involvement and Unison involvement. We have been involved in this, but I think we're starting to learn, and we've been learning over a number of years, that we are part of a bigger opposition to this coalition government. It's trade unions, their members, Labour Party members, other members, community groups, churches. We need to build that coalition and keep building that coalition, because that's the only thing that will stop this government in this tracks. People power. People power works, and if that people power worked, they'd be changing the decisions in those chambers. So let's keep the campaign going.